Hi everyone. So if I end up getting this video up on time, it'll be April 30th. 29 days after I published my April Fool's video for this year. Why Super Mario Bros. 2 is a perfect sequel. It's a parody of different reviews and Mario fans in general. So I wanted to quickly, not quickly, but I wanted to do a behind the scenes video of that video. Break down all the references, show how I got the idea, stuff like that. Anyway, let's jump right into it. First, some background. First, this thing wasn't always a Mario 2 review. I know. Shocking. But yeah, this was originally an All That review. If you don't know what All That is, it's it's a TV show from the 90s by Nickelodeon. It's a sketch comedy, as in 5 unique stories with no correlation. You know what I mean? Anyway, I specifically wanted to review, quote-unquote, a sketch involving the Pranklers. So the Pranklers are these two boys who do ridiculous pranks to people that, I said ridiculous, but they're like dropping ice cubes out of a water cup or replacing a spoon with a fork. That's all, by the way, from the first sketch, which I was trying to review. Essentially, I would say that I would overanalyze that one and say that one's perfect, but then criticize every single other Prankler sketch, saying it was either too over the top, not over the top enough, or exactly the same. Yeah, I was trying to parody out the fact that no one is satisfied, I guess. Don't quote me on that one, by the way. I'm not a human psychologist, okay? Anyway, I ran into a big problem when the only footage I had of this sketch was this one, which had the Nick logo on the bottom right. And the one on Paramount Plus was gone. In fact, the 2019 All That was gone. Not sure why, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, I was basically back to square one. Well, kind of. I knew I wanted to do a review. I wanted to parody something. So I decided, why not a game review? Why not parody the thing I'm growing up in, I guess. So I was like, you know what? What Mario game is the most hated of all? And yeah, Paper Mario Sticker Star, but that one has its own fan base. We have Super Mario Sunshine. That has a big fan base. And the only other game I could come up with that didn't have that much of a fan base was Lost Levels. So I chose Lost Levels, and here we are today. So now I'm going to go into the actual deep dive of the video itself. Alright, so here's my quote-unquote script I use. I say quote-unquote because it's not actually a script and I don't reuse scripts. I'm not exactly sure why I don't use scripts, but I don't use them. I use these. They at least give me the way of knowing what I'm supposed to talk about without being like an exact script of everything. So, intro. Talk about mostly the Super Mario Bros. 1. Mostly just so I'm basically trying to make like a purposely bad video, I guess. Dragging it for at least 30 seconds. Well, the main thing I learned about introductions is not drag them out for too long. You already know what the video is going to be about thanks to the title, so why bog down your time by a long introduction? So yeah, purposely drag it out. Have a sponsor, Prometheus VPN. Now obviously Prometheus VPN is not a real VPN. It's actually based on Atlas VPN. Wondering how I got that? It's because, well, I was trying to do a sponsor and I realized I wanted to make parody, I guess, another VPN service. So I thought, Atlas VPN. Atlas VPN is named after Atlas. I think it is. It is. And Atlas is a titan in Greek mythology. At least I'm pretty sure he is. And another titan in the same level as Atlas is Prometheus, who in Greek mythology was the person who gave humans fire. Anyway, so that's why I named it Prometheus VPN. Named it. And then, of course, I flipped the Atlas VPN logo upside down and turned it red because fire, Now, a lot of VPN sponsorships always start the same way. They talk about how you can watch movies that aren't available in your region. You know what I mean? Like, why not talk about the thing that VPNs are most known for, right? Like, security, encrypting your data. No. Apparently, you have to start with, oh, you want to watch this movie? Oh, too bad it's not available in this region. You need a VPN. Anyway, I want to think of the most ridiculous option, so I just chose Mario Movie Net Antarctica. I was thinking of other locations where the Mario movie isn't available, so I just chose Antarctica, I guess. Funny enough, it says right here it is definitely not available, but for some reason when I looked it up before, it said it was available. Um, as you see in the final video, I have little like writings that says no and not, as if I'm trying to edit the results in order to like prove my point. You know what I mean? Now I made this little window thing using Scratch. You know, that free programming website. I used the 16 by 9 border, and then you see the brightness, I think it is. The brightness of this button changes when I click on it. And that's how I made it darker. I also used the color effect to make the entire window red in all these different colors. So the code here, like all my videos, that's a reference to my first video, by the way. In my first video, as you saw in my reaction video, I put the quote unquote red rules, as in different ways to support me, I guess, without knowing what I do. And one of those was like all my videos, so that's why I put that there. tinyurl.com/. Of course, every VPN sponsor should have like a link there. And of course, since it was April Fool's Day, I wanted to rickroll people. So, yeah. Here's the rickroll. Except there's an advertisement. Never mind. Alright, story. This is a leftover from my all that idea. And I basically overanalyzed the main story, essentially. Just completely like say, oh my gosh, it's the best. Here's another thing that reviews do. They like to criticize newer games as like a comparison. They don't like to do that a lot, okay? I mean, not a lot. I haven't watched that much reviews, to be honest. But they seem to like to do that. Yeah, so I just chose Dead Man Something 3. No idea how I came up with this name, although I think it came from the old pirate song that goes 15 men on the dead man's chest, yo-ho-ho, and the bottle of rum. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's always the sequels, by the way, they get criticized. I'm just saying. Gameplay. This is just the usual. Fits all the definitions of a perfect sequel. I will praise the Mario and Luigi modes. Say it's not too hard. Although this last part right here, I forgot to put in the video. I think I recorded one point right there, but I forgot to re-record it because I messed up. Yeah. So, I mean, that part's more explained in the Mario USA one. Also, yeah, that fact I said in the video, yeah, that's true. In Japan, Mario 2 is called Mario USA. And that's obviously because Mario 2 in Japan is Lost Levels. Say the obvious relation between. So, this thing is like a reference to the fact that a lot of people still think that the relation between Lost Levels, the Yume Kojo event, and U.S. Super Mario Bros. 2 isn't common knowledge. I mean, not everyone knows it, but like I think a lot of people know it to the point where it's like common knowledge in the Mario fandom. This is where the more insulting people who say it's too hard. Oh, and by insulting Howard Phillips by saying it's too hard, I mean like he literally said that the game was punishment, undeserved punishment. That's an actual quote from Howard Phillips himself. Apparently, he also said that he put down his controller astonished that Mr. Miyamoto has chosen to design such a painful game. I couldn't agree with him more, I'm just saying. Anyway. I then pretended that the game was hard. US Mario 2, that is. And this was the only footage of any game that I personally recorded. As you saw, like, earlier in the video, there's a little watermark right there that says World of Long Plays. And that was simply because I wanted to make it as if I never played Lost Levels and simply raving on about the game because I think it's like the original Mario too. You know what I mean? And divert the subject. I think I remember like watching a bunch of videos that like definitely like or maybe just comments or something like that that always like take the time to rant on on modern games about how they're terrible and how modern games suck. You know what I mean? This is also a criticism of the Paper Mario fandom. I've heard that's a common criticism of Paper Mario fans is that a lot of Paper Mario fans want every game to be like Thousand Year Door, and if it's not Thousand Year Door, then a lot of toxic ones, mostly the toxic ones, diss the game right then and there. In fact, there is an actual petition right here. This is the Cancel Paper Mario the Origami King, and it started May 14, 2020. I think that's like very soon after the game's teaser trailer launched. So yeah, that's why I was trying to like criticize it here about how Paper Mario fans want games. Well, mostly with the toxic ones. I'm not saying that every single Paper Mario fan is like this, where they want every game to be like Thousand Year Door, and if it's not like that, then it's bad. You know what I mean? I'm saying the very toxic ones. I'm glad this one didn't go through, by the way, because currently this game is my favorite one. Anyway, conclusion. I then quickly divert the subject back to Lost Levels, and then I rate the game a 41 out of 10. I also say that the only way to play the game is by getting an actual Famicom, and that's another little thing. I think I've heard a lot of people say, not a lot of people, but some people say that the only way to play the game is on actual hardware. And if you're playing on emulator, then you're not really playing the full experience, I guess. Alright, so I just pulled up iMovie. Now I want to dissect some of the stuff here, I guess. So this came from the Wikipedia page, of course. Here's the watermark I was talking about earlier. You see here? Longplays.org. This is your main sign that the person doing this video, this was an actual real video, not an April Fool's joke, never played the actual game itself. Anyway, another thing I wanted to this is a very common YouTube thing where they blur out the thumbnail and the title, or rather, just some things of the thing they're talking about, as if they want to be like a big reveal or something like that. Yeah, that's a thing a lot of people do. So like, I purposely horribly blur out the the thumbnails and titles of these videos. They're from Pack Attack, More Long Plays. I think I even blurred out the channel name here too. Heh. Oh yeah, the Antarctica scene. I used the green screen for that one. Of course, I mean, what do you think I was gonna do? Go to Antarctica? Anyway, use a green screen for that one. Just purposely just acted real cold, then thumbs up. Uh, here's the end result of that scratch endeavor thingy. In fact, how about if I just? Oh no, here's the original AI selection where I painted it over. Trust me, bro. By the way, is a common phrase in the internet. It's like a meme almost. When you make it like a unreasonable claim, you just say, "Trust me, bro." You don't have no source, just to, trust me. I made this thing in Krita. This is actually inverted, by the way. Inverted colors. Here's the non-inverted version. Say that 5 times fast. Anyway, I also technically used the green screen effect on this scene because I want to make it like seem like it's like from the exact same footage. And on OpenMU, I was using a palette that wasn't like the World of Long Plays footage. So yeah, that's why I used a little green screen footage thingy. I took this footage, of course, from the Mario Wonder Direct. Now I want to talk about some of the music. I know I'm just making this up as I go. For these music options, I personally chose tracks that a lot of people use. So like first it starts up with the Me channel theme. Let me just mute the audio real quick just to show you what the Me channel. You know what I mean, right? The Me channel. And then for the sponsorship, I used the Fossil theme from Super Mario 64. A lot of videos by Panic use this music. More specifically for the exclamations, and this become a meme. I think it become a meme because of that. Ground theme from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I think this one became more like popular because of the dancing Koopa memes. Then you have Beware of the Forest Mushrooms. This wasn't used too often, but I decided to use it because it's like it is definitely well used. It's the most popular song for Mario RPG. Many people put lyrics to it. It's popular, very popular. Plus, it also I noticed this after I put this track here, but it doubles as kind of irony. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about things being exactly the same. I want things to be exactly the same in Mario 2. Yet, Super Mario RPG was the first game I feel like that took things way like differently from the platformer games like Mario 2, Mario Lost Levels, Mario World, stuff like that. And then I transitioned to looping steps from Mario 64, aka the Endless Staircase theme, as I start ranting. And then Wii Shop channel for the conclusion, I guess. Oh, and yeah, 2 more different YouTube cliches. The watch time from subscribers. Many people have not subscribed to this channel, and I pull up this thing. When I checked before, it actually said 99.5 and 0.5. I think it was like that. Of course, I erased the 0.5s there to just say 99% and 0. And people also like to thank their Patreon, by the way. Yeah, I give a special thanks to no one because I don't have a Patreon. I also say in the video that I couldn't afford the Antarctica trip. And that's the thing a lot of YouTubers do. They say something like, oh, thanks to Patreon, I was able to afford a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? I also said that I'm walking all my videos out because that's the thing that a lot of Patreon users do. There's a feature in Patreon which allows you to walk videos. Well, not YouTube videos, but like there's certain videos on Patreon that you can only access if you donate to the Patreon. So I, of course, exaggerate it and say that all my videos are gonna be restricted. And here's the end title. Click here now. And finally, the April Fool's text. I forgot exactly what song I was gonna use beforehand before I chose "Crazy Mischief in the Stars" from Kirby Star Allies. It's the one that plays in the celebration picture of the same name. And now I definitely was planning an April Fool's text like this for quite some time. So here's how I did it. Yep, I used Scratch again. Here's the aspect ratio box thingy. And then there's some white here. This fades to 0, or 100 ghost. So that it, of course, has a little flash right there. The rainbow effect was done by simply having a gradient on the text and then running through the color effect, like that. And then the background was a mixture of the title screen background from Super Mario Bros. Deluxe and just some blue stuff, I guess, to create that effect. Anything else? I don't think I have anything else, actually. Let's just go back to my face. Okay, I might have lied. I actually have one more thing to cover. Forgot about this completely. So, hold on, just find the audio clip.
Like, you think they're stupid?
Nope, think you're stupid.
In favor of Mario USA, what the Japanese call it.
Nope, okay, favorable.
Lost Levels. They have to make something different. Every single game like Lost Levels, And of games being different. You believe that? Can every single game be...
See, okay, this one.
Why can every single game be just like Lost Levels?
Trying to think about. Yeah, you can hear it. Okay, you probably heard how I said Lost Levels here,
Okay? Just like Lost Levels.
which of course doesn't fit with me calling the game, well, calling Lost Levels Mario 2. So I recorded this last one right here. What am I saying?
Mario 2.
Just that. It also kind of adds a bit of like amateurity, if you know what I mean. It makes it seem more like a rushed together video. If I can't even re-record my own lines and I have to like splice together a clip just to make me sound good, I guess. Anyway, on to my actual face. So that was the behind the scenes video. Hope you got some useful information you can use for your own parody sketches, I guess. Although the things I showed you might be only used in like a niche case. I don't know. Anyway, bye.